Hey community, Dr. Hugh back at you again, and today you are going to be shocked. After this video, you should be so irritated, so mad at the medical system and how they are just literally ripping, stealing your money, stealing your bank account, and 75% of all bankruptcies in this country right now are due to medical expenses. So let's go up at the astronomical total ripoff of what actually labs cost when you bill your insurance. So this right here, shocked at the cost of how much your labs actually cost. Well, I don't blame you. I think everyone is completely shocked at what the cost of healthcare costs in this country. Let's go over labs, and I'm going to give you a solution how you can actually save a bunch of money on your lab. So what you're looking at right here is this is an invoice of me. You can see this is my name right here, Hugh Richard Wegworth. And check out this date. This date right here is September 13th of 2013, literally 10 years ago. So this is from Quest Diagnostics, which is, I think, the second largest lab in the country. And this is some of the panel that I had done. Now, if you look at these numbers right here, you see this number right here, 1586. If you add all these numbers up here, it doesn't actually add up to 1586 because there's a second page, and I don't know what I did with the second page, but I have the first page, which is what we're going to be using here today to show you exactly how people rip you off, how these insurance companies rip you off, and how the medical system is totally overcharging for all their services right now in this country. Okay, so this right here, you're going to see this is my EOB, my statement from, again, it was from September 13th, 2013. Let's go over this. So you see this lab right here, $140. That was my cost back in 2013. This is my lab, my cost today using my, basically I'm a member of a co-op. It's a bunch of doctors that come together and we drive down the costs. So what I do in my practice in my functional medicine is what the lab costs me is what I charge you. It's that simple. Let me say that again. What the lab costs me is what I charge you. It's that simple. So $8. We have $8 lab versus a freaking $140. $140 versus $8, right? Big difference. Here we have, here's another thyroid marker, thyroxine. This would be total T4 marker. $47 here. You see that, $47.59. And what do we have right here? We actually have $5. Okay, $47 versus $5. Here we go. There's the test. You can see there's the test. You can see it's the exact same test is right up in there. Let's go to this next marker, TSH, right in here. These are just thyroid markers, TSH. $125. My cost 10 years later is how much? $6. A cup of coffee, Starbucks coffee, Caribou coffee, to figure out what your TSH is. Not $125. This is what happens when you get your insurance, your labs through your insurance company. They rip you off. They rip you off. They rip the provider off. They rip your employer off. It's all a big scam, right? A big, big scam. Here we have vitamin D. Vitamin D. 232 smackaroos for vitamin D. My cost is $18. Like, this is insane. If you're out there, get a hold of me. I help people all over the world with chronic problems that they're not getting help with. Let's go to another marker. This is another thyroid marker. This is free T3. Check that out. $217, and my cost is $10 as of these labs. I'm recording this of July 28th, 2022. $10 versus $217, almost 10 years later. This is ridiculous. Comprehensive metabolic panel, $44 right here. It's how much? $7. $7. Now, if your blood should be boiling, that you're getting ripped off, you go to the conventional system, they bill your insurance, they bill you outrageous cost. You have a deductible now, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $10,000 deductible, and you're stuck paying a $5,000 bill here that really could cost you maybe $400. Okay, it's crazy. So rip all this cost up. The cost in 2013 for those labs, those highlighted labs, was $805. My cost 10 years later is $54. You can add this up. You can add this up, make sure my cost is right. You add this number right here, the $44.07, you'll see this is the cost. It's $54 my cost. Dude, that's a 93% discount on labs, and this is 10 years later. So if you're out there suffering, get a hold of me. You need some help. You got to exit out of the medical system because they're there to rip you off. They're there to keep you sick. And look at our system right now. People are sicker and sicker and sicker. They're spending more and more money and getting less and less results. Poor results. If these people didn't have insurance to pay for their bills, they'd all be working at McDonald's. That's the sad fact of the business. People just are not getting better in that conventional system. You don't need to get better. You don't need to stay in this system. You don't need to get in this system and stay there. And basically, they'll drip you dry for every single dime that you have in your bank account until you're broke. And then they say, we don't know what's the problem. Good luck. And remember, is where there's help, there's hope. This is Dr. Hugh. Bye-bye.